Hi there, it's Alicia here at newvaadvice.com, and I'm back today with another set of virtual assistant business tips, basically answering the most popular questions that end up in my inbox and sharing them so everyone can learn. One of the biggest questions I'm asked, very common one, is where do I find clients? So I'm going to be covering some tips today to help you find them online and offline. Mostly online though, because that's what I'm most familiar with and that's what I do in my business and where I get the majority of my clients. The first thing I want to say about the whole finding clients thing is you really need to back up a minute, and before that, make sure that you do have in place your services, what you're offering and how you're offering them, and know your target market. You need to get that research in first to know where to look for these clients. So you have to know who you're looking for. So once you get that under your belt, then you can go ahead on figuring out where to find them. So let's start with some online tips first. My first online tip is start with your website. You need to have one. New virtual assistants will often ask me if it's a necessity, and I really do feel that it is. It's your home base. It's a place to direct people so that they see you have a presence and you are professional. So you do need to get a website in place, even if it's a basic one, listing your services and an about page and some good information on your home page to entice that target market to want to read more and learn more about you and what you can do for them. So it starts with your website. Next online tip for finding your clients is blogging. You don't have to blog as a virtual assistant, but I do recommend it because it opens up a big audience to you. It gives you a chance to share your knowledge, give them some how-to information about their industry, tips and advice, and then you can share that via social media. You can guest blog on other sites, whether it's people in your target market or other virtual assistants who serve the same market. So blogging really opens up an audience to you. So speaking of sharing it on social media, your next online tip for finding clients is social media channels. Find out where they hang out online. What social media channels do they like the most? Are they on Twitter? Are they on Facebook or LinkedIn, Google+? Wherever it is, do some research using keywords of your target market and see where they are the most, and then go there, meet them, find them. Follow them, retweet their information, share what they post. If they have a website or blog themselves, go subscribe to it. Show up there, leave comments, insightful comments on their blog posts. Make your presence known. You're coming to them, you're showing interest in them, you're going to get on their radar. Next place that you can find your clients online is online groups and forums. Again, when you're searching your social media channels to see where they hang out, a lot of times places like LinkedIn and Facebook offer groups. Join the groups that consist of people in your target market and get involved there. Be helpful when you can. Answer questions if you can. See what kinds of things they're asking about and what their pain points are that might help you to figure out if it's something that you can help them with in your VA business. My next tip for finding clients online is setting up Google Alerts. Very easy to do and free. You can just literally Google Alerts and you'll find it if you're not familiar with it. Basically, you can pick keywords having to do with your target market, that industry, and the things that they search for online, the problems that they have that you can solve for them. You set up some alerts and they'll show up in your email inbox anytime those keywords are mentioned online, whether in social media or on websites. And it will kind of help you alert you to what your target market's looking for. And then you can go figure that out and see if you can jump in the conversation somewhere and be of help. My next tip for finding clients online, and one of the most important ones in my opinion, is to develop a list. So what do I mean by that? I mean it can be something as simple as creating a great freebie or instructional how-to on your website that potential clients and prospects sign up for in order to receive. They have to give you their email address and permission to email them. in order to get this great goodie that you've created for them. So you create a really valuable freebie, you post that on your site with an opt-in form, they sign up with their email address to get that information from you, also giving you permission to email them. Now you show up in their inbox. That is a great place to be. Email marketing is certainly alive and well, and now you have the opportunity to get in front of your audience and stay top of mind. What do you email to them? Well, you can do a basic newsletter style. If you don't feel like you have enough information to put in a newsletter, you can send out email information here and there, tips and advice. Again, same things that you would blog about. Industry news, some how-tos perhaps on services that you offer, and explaining to them step by step how to do certain pieces of those services. Of course, with a reminder at the end that to save them time and money, you can handle it for them. So things like that, again, the same things you would blog about are the kinds of things that you can email to them. The goal is really just to keep in touch with them from time to time and show up in their inbox so that you stay top of mind. Someone may sign up for your goodie and stay on your list. They might be on there for 6 months and you don't hear anything or don't get any response from them, and all of a sudden they'll pop up and say, oh, I've been on your list for 6 months, you give out really great information, and through that I figured out that you do email newsletters like this for your clients, and I'd really like you to do those for me. And there you go, you get client work that way. So it's definitely valuable to get people on your list and build a list, even if you're starting at 0 and you have no potential clients in mind and your mom and your best friend sign up for your list. It's a great place to start. Just jump in and do it. My last online tip for places to find clients and ways to get them would be to respond to RFPs. What's an RFP? It's a request for proposal. A good place to find these are what I consider valuable groups and forums that are related to the VA industry specifically. Let me give you an idea. Some of them would be virtualassistantforums.com, virtualassistantville.com, and vadirectory.net. So not only are they a good place to get your name in there as far as signing up for their directories and jumping in the forums to see what you can learn from other virtual assistants and also help those further down the path than you are, but a lot of them offer the opportunity to access their requests for proposals that clients put in. There are people who know that these are very reputable places to find great VAs. So when they need work, they fill out basically a request saying exactly what they need, the kind of person they're looking for, and the number of hours they need them for, and they'll submit them to places like these forums and directories. Then you'll have access to that. You can get in there and look at them and see which ones are the best match for you, and you can apply with that client to work with them. So that's a great way and something that most people don't even consider. There's plenty of information out there on how to respond properly to a request for proposal, and you can certainly find some on my site at newvaadvice.com. So those are my top online marketing tips. I'm just going to do a little recap before we go to the offline tips. First was your website. Create one. You need a home base. Second was to blog on your site. Third is to figure out the social media channels that your target market is hanging out on and get involved there. Next is to find the online groups and forums where your target market is and get involved there. Next is to set up Google Alerts for keywords on your target market and things that they're searching for. Next is to create a list, get a freebie up on your website that people can sign up for so that you have this list and you can email them. And the last is to get involved in forums and directories that receive requests for proposals from clients so that you can jump in there and answer them. So now we're going to move on to a couple of top offline tips. First and foremost, you could be doing this anyway, is to tell anyone and everyone that you've started a business. And I know that not everyone you know is going to be interested in hiring you, but just remember that they know other people who might need you and what you do. So remember, this is your business. You're excited. It's a new thing. You want to tell everybody anyway. So you never know who you're going to get work from. It doesn't hurt to let everyone know. Send an email out to everyone, all of your contacts, and it can be more professional or more personal depending on your style. Just let everyone know what you do now and that you're excited about this new business venture and you wanted to tell them. And then be very clear on the kinds of clients that you're looking for, the kind of people you want to work with, and what you do best for them to solve their problems. That's the best thing. If you want people to give you referrals, you need to tell them the kinds of person that you want to work with and what you do for them. That way you'll get a better grouping of referrals from people. So tell everyone you know. Next is check out your local Chamber of Commerce if you have that in your area. It's a great way to get involved. They hold meetings and events, get you in front of local people in your area who may need your help. In the same vein, see if there are any meetup groups in your area and in your target market. Just do a little search online for that and see if you can meet any in person in a meetup group or create your own if you don't see one in your local area. Next would be to check your local newspapers for business fairs and expos in your area. You can set up a booth or table and let people know what you do. And lastly, if available, become a member of your local BNI group, which is Business Networking International Group, or any other kind of local networking group that might be in your area so that you can connect with local professionals. So those are all my offline tips. I hope you found this helpful. These were very brief tips, but I wanted to cover this material because it's something that I'm asked a lot, and these are all really great ways to find clients if you know the target group that you're looking for. For more tips like this and to get into more detail, you can check out my Marketing Your Business online ebook. You can find that at newvaadvice.com and just do a search for it. That goes into much more detail about each of these aspects, how to do it. And if you found this helpful, please like and share the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope you have a great day, and I'll be back soon with more tips. Thanks.